Hi, my name is John Brinker with Wiser.com, and today let's review how you win consistently at MLB games based on the predicted score and simulations and the money lines. So far, we are predicting at 482 wins and 378 losses based on our MLB games. So let's head over to the MLB pick section, and we're going to review some of the games and how you consistently win based on the money lines and how you get a profitability on your picks. First things first is the whole website. This whole website revolves around the money line. It revolves around making the picks not based on the win ratio. It's making it based on the more profitable plays. So let's give some examples here. If we go back to September 2nd, we can see quite a few losses here on this day, but it consistently will make these picks. It doesn't have any bias. So let's review here. So a standard pick would be Miami Marlins at -105, and it makes under 8.5. Now, why did it make these picks? Let's review this really fast. So the Miami Marlins were favored at 56% of the time they're going to win this game based on thousands of simulations of this game. So it picks them at -105 easily, and it takes the under 8.5 based on the predicted scores and the standard deviation. So it's pretty easy to pick that type of pick because that's -105. Let's go to a more complicated pick. So if we go down, we can see. Here we go, Arizona Diamondbacks and Colorado Rockies. This was a lose-lose. Not the best thing to present, but this will show how the website makes its picks. So the website predicted based on all the statistics at 519 predicted score for Arizona Diamondbacks, and for the Rockies 4.08. Based on this, the Arizona Diamondbacks are going to win this game 69 out of 100 times, and it easily takes a -108 there. And then it takes the under 11.5 based on all the predicted games. Now, why is that? That's a lose-lose. Let's go down here and check out. Here's Arizona Diamondbacks and the Rockies again. This is a win-win. It's taking Arizona Diamondbacks once again at a -134 and under 11. And this was a double header this day, so you can see it takes Arizona Diamondbacks at -115, and it takes under 11 again. So it's going to consistently make standard picks based on the simulated games, and most of the time, from one day to the other, the game's not going to change much based on a single starting pitcher. So let's review a couple more here to completely understand how it makes its picks and how it consistently will make profitability based on the money lines. So let's go to a big negative. So Houston Astros at -172, and it's taking the over 8. So that's it wins the over, but it loses to the Houston Astros at -172. So let's review why it took the Houston Astros. The Houston Astros had an edge at 65% of the time win ratio. They're consistently winning the predicted score over the Seattle Marlins and Mariners, and it's pretty easy pick based on the money line. If this game was at -200, it'd be a little different. Based on -172, it takes -172 here, and it takes the over 8 easily. So let's review a game that's a plus money line. So if we go up here, we can see it takes Tampa Bay, and it takes over 7.5. So let's review this. So it takes Tampa Bay at +116, and this is odd, but it predicted a score over them. And usually when you have a plus, the score's going to be opposite. But this is saying Tampa Bay is going to win this game 55% of the time. And at +116, this is an extremely easy pick. And this picked over 7.5 based on the scores. So it's pretty much saying that the score is going to be about 4-4, and that will definitely be like a 5-4 type of game. Okay, let's review one more. Let's go back down. Let's go all the way to down here. So you can see it takes negative 205 on the Toronto Blue Jays over Detroit Tigers and takes over 8.5. So it definitely takes negatives, but it takes negative money lines, but it also takes plus money lines overall. I would say a majority of the money lines are actually it's probably 50-50. But consistently, the plus money lines will win profitability. So far this year, based on every single pick, it's about 6.8% profitability based on the wins and the losses. So if you look at a plus money line, Miami Marlins plus 225, and it took the over 6.5. So that's a lose win. It's taken plus 225 because, okay, so Miami Marlins, they're only going to win this game about 40% of the time, 41% of the time, let's say. And they're definitely going to lose. This is going to be a majority of losses. But the website still picks the Miami Marlins at plus 225 because this is an easy pick here. The majority of the public will pick the Washington Nationals. That's why the money line's so high. Majority of the public's picking Washington Nationals at negative 245, which they're going to be happy numerous times. The Nationals could win this game 65 out of 100 times, but still, even if the Nationals are winning this game 65 out of 100 times, the Miami Marlins are the correct pick. Even if you pick the Miami Marlins and they're only winning this game, let's say 35 out of 100 times, it's still the right pick. It doesn't matter if you win a game 35% of the time for this type of game when you're getting plus 225. It is the correct pick. So that's pretty much how that works. It's all based on what the books are, what the sports books are giving you based on the money line. And to beat that, you need to consistently bet on sometimes for the negative 166 like New York Yankees, or you have to bet on the plus 225 for the Miami Marlins. It all depends on the game, and it all depends on the money line of that game. It could change just based on a couple points on the money line, and the majority of the public changes the money line drastically for their favorite team. That's why the Toronto Blue Jays at negative 205. But it still picks the Toronto Blue Jays based on their win ratio and based on the predicted scores of the simulated games. All right, thanks for watching.